everyone. Welcome to Pilates in this last week of February. It's crazy that February is over on Monday, a little shorter month, but on to March here pretty soon. So we don't need any props today in Pilates, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and stretch out nice and long on our mats. Legs long, and let's do our great big inhale as we reach those arms overhead. A great big stretch. And then on that exhale, let everything release and relax. So inhale, lengthening. Exhale, releasing. 2 more like that. And now, hugging those knees in, let's pull them in nice and close, and we'll do our little side-to-side rock. And let's drop those arms out like a T. We'll put those feet back down. We're going to take those knees from side to side. Let's do one more on each side. All right, we're going to take our left leg really long, flexing that left foot, and we're going to interlace all 10 fingers, and we're going to pull that right knee out to the side slightly, and then down. We're trying to pull that right knee toward the right shoulder, keeping as much of the left leg down on your mat as you can. And then let's bend that left knee, and we're going to take that right leg up straight. We're going to rotate that ankle. And reverse it other direction. Let's point and flex. Good, and let's release. And then we'll pull it back in, maybe bringing it in a little closer. Or you can always bend and straighten that knee. All right, let's release that right leg all the way down on your mat, flexing that right foot, and we'll pull that left knee out to the side and then that knee down toward the left shoulder. Okay, let's bend that right knee, and we're going to take that left leg up. Let's rotate that ankle. And reverse. Let's point and flex. All right, let's release that leg, and then we'll pull it back in, maybe a little closer, or maybe doing that bend and straighten. All right, let's hug both knees in, and we're going to go ahead and roll it up to seated. Legs long, sitting up nice and tall and straight. Let's roll those shoulders back and down. Abs are zipped in. We're going to bring those arms up in front. Let's take our inhale while we're nice and tall. Let's exhale as we round that spine, drawing that belly button in. Inhale back up to tall. Let's exhale as we round. Let's do 2 more like that. Back to nice and tall. Let's take those arms out nice and long. Let's make sure the shoulders are still rolled back. Long, tall spine. Abs zipped in. Let's take our inhale. Let's exhale as we twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale other side. And we're trying to keep those legs and feet totally still, separating the upper body from the lower body. One more each side. All right, let's release those arms. Relax the shoulders. You can either reach for your shins, your ankles, your toes. Grab on wherever it's comfortable for you. Shaking out those legs, waking up the hamstrings a little bit more, getting ready for our saw. And let's come back to nice and tall. Arms come back up. Abs are pulled in. Let's take our inhale. We're exhaling as we reach across. Inhale center. Exhale other side. Nice long arms reaching both ways. Hinging forward to reach. Let's hold this next one. Reaching for 3, 2, and 1. Other side, reach and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's do our roll like a ball. Tuck that chin. You're holding that egg under your chin. Look down at the belly button, scooping it in. Let's inhale as we roll back. Exhaling as we come up, trying to keep those feet hovering above your mat. As you roll back, remembering to keep your head and neck above the mat. So if you have a ponytail or some longer hair, once you feel that hair brush the mat, that's when you're rolling back up. We don't want to put pressure on the back of the head or the neck here. Let's do 2 more here. And we're going to come up to the top and we're going to let those knees drop out to the side. We're going to do seal. Those hands come down here in the center of the legs so they can wrap around the outside of the ankles. And we'll pick those feet up off the mat. We're going to tap our heels, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, rolling back. Tap 1, 2, 3. Exhaling up. 1, 2, 3. So we're stopping that momentum to do those taps. That's what makes this one a little bit harder. Same thing, we don't want the head or neck to touch. Really trying to scoop that belly button in on the exhales. Let's do 2 more. And then we'll meet up at the top. And now we're going to sit up nice and tall and straight again. No more rounded spine here. Let's go ahead and pick our right leg up and we'll do a little stretch. So you can leave a bend in that knee if you need to, or you can try taking that leg all the way straight. And let's do the other. And now we'll move into open leg rocker. So your choice, you can always keep the knees bent here. We're finding a straight spine either way, so legs can be bent, or you can take those legs up straight. You're nice and tall here at the top. We're gonna inhale, we're gonna round but the back so we can roll. We're gonna exhale as we come back up. Let's do 2 more. And on our last one, we'll hold it at the top, balancing. And maybe option to try bringing those legs together. And let's go ahead and release. We're going to take it on down to our backs. And we're going to do our 100. Okay, so remember in 100, those feet can be down, or knees can be bent at 90, or those legs can be out straight. Your choice. Whichever you decide, we're going to try to keep that low back in contact with our mat. So let's scoop that tummy in, feel the low back, touch the mat. We're going to lift our head and shoulders up nice and high, reaching through those fingertips, looking down at the belly button, scooping it in. Decide where you want those legs. And let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Halfway. Last one. And resting back. Take a couple nice deep breaths. And we're going to try a little variation of the 100 this time. So, we're going to start with the right knee pulled in. And we're going to lift the head and shoulders back up, nice and high, scooping that belly button down toward the spine, reaching out with those fingertips. We're going to extend the left leg nice and long. So this is a combination move between a little crisscross legs and 100 arms. So we're going to pump those arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to switch the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 2, 3, 4. Keep going. last set here. And resting back. All right, so those abs should feel nice and warm now. Got the blood flowing there. We're going to leave that left foot on the mat, and we're going to bring that right leg just straight up and down for some single leg circles. We want this leg super straight. No lazy legs. Keep it engaged for the whole set. Zip into your tight skinny jeans, zip them all the way to the top. Arms are long and close by your sides. The back of your neck is nice and long. And we're going to inhale as we make our circle to the right. We're going to exhale as we lift it up. Inhaling on the circle, exhaling as we lift. Holding that left leg totally still. Those hips really steady, those tight jeans, that's your core stability, holding everything still. If you need that reminder, you can always rest your hand on top of the belly button to remind you to keep that zipped in, scooped in. Squeezing the right quad, so no knee in that right leg. If you struggle to keep the left leg really still and steady, you can make your circle a little slower, or you could make your circle with this right leg a little smaller. Think belly button toward the spine. Here's the last 4. 3, 2, last one. Let's hug that knee in. Right foot down, left leg up, really straight. Squeeze that quad, get that leg really engaged. Zip into those tight, skinny jeans. And let's inhale, circling out to the left. Exhaling as we lift it up. Right leg doesn't move this time. Hips are still real steady. No knee. Keep squeezing that quad, keeping that leg really active, really straight. Stay zipped in. Keep pulling that belly button toward the spine. Last 4. 3, 2, last 1. Let's hug that knee in. We're going to go back to that right leg. We're going to reverse it this time. So right leg is straight up and down again. Zipped into those tight jeans. Let's inhale as we go straight down first, and then we'll exhale as we circle it up to the top. Inhale, lowering down. Exhale, circling up. Taking your time to hold everything else still. Especially when this right leg is at its low point and you start to make that circle out to the right. We want that core stability to hold the hips still, hold the left leg still. right quad, leg stays really active. No knee in that leg. Belly button toward the spine. Last 4. 3, 2, last 1. Let's hug that knee in. And we've got one more set. So right foot down, left leg comes up super straight. No knee there. Let's inhale, dropping straight down. Exhale, circling it up to the top. Again, taking your time, staying zipped in, that core stability, holding the hips really still, holding the right leg really still. Keeping that leg really active. We don't want that leg to get lazy on us. Belly button toward the spine. No knee in this left leg. Last 4. 3, 2, last 1. Let's hug that knee in. All right. We're going to do some crisscross. So, we're going to start with those hands behind the head, just the fingertips on the back of the head. Elbows stay back. So as we pick the head and shoulders up, we want to try to keep those elbows out of our peripheral vision, trying to keep them back there so you can't see them. Lifting head and shoulders, look down at the belly button, try to scoop that belly button in. And we're going to start easy here. So we're going to take our inhale, we're in the center. We're going to exhale as we twist to the right. Inhale back to center, trying to stay up high. Exhale, twisting to the left. Inhaling center. Exhaling on the twist. Every time you come back to center, you're up high. You look down at that belly button, trying to pull it in, scoop it in. Last 4 like this. 3, 2, last 1. Let's rest it back. A couple of nice deep breaths. We're going to add those legs in to make it a little harder. So let's go ahead and pick the feet up. We're going to start with those knees bent at about 90 degrees. We're going to lift the head and shoulders back up nice and high. Same thing, we want to keep those elbows back. Look down at the belly button. We're up nice and high. Let's take our inhale. We're going to exhale as we twist. We're going to pull that other knee in. Other leg goes long and straight. Inhale back to center. Look at the belly button. Exhale, twisting other side. Pulling that knee in nice and close. Reach through the toes of that leg that goes out long and straight. Here's your last 4. 3, 2. We're going to hold the last one, holding and breathing. We're going to switch and hold and breathe on the other side. And we're going to take a little rest. A couple of nice deep breaths. We're going to do some variations with our crisscross. Okay, let's bring those feet back up. Let's bring head and shoulders back up nice and high. And let's find our twist. So one leg is nice and long, the other knee pulled in as close as you can. And now we're going to take both hands and reach them over there toward that side of the body where that knee is pulled in. So it's a little hard. Get both hands over there. This hand's easy. The hand that reaches across, maybe it's just the fingertips that touch. All right, now we're going to take this long leg and we're going to lower and lift. It's small, it's not big. We're trying to hold everything else still while we move this leg up and down. Belly button pulled toward the spine. Breathing. Last 4 here. 3, 2, last 1. Let's take a short rest. Time to do the other side. So, feet are up, head and shoulders come up. Let's find that twist to the other side. We're going to take both our arms on the floor on that side with that knee pulled in nice and close. And we're going to lower and lift that long leg. Reaching through those toes. Zip that tummy in. Holding everything else still while we move this leg up and down. No rocking. Here's your last 4. 3, 2, last 1. Resting back. All right, kind of putting that all together into our final variation of this crisscross. Hands are going to come back behind the head. Let's bend those knees at 90. Lifting the head and shoulders up high. Look at that belly button. Let's take our inhale. We're going to exhale as we twist. We're going to inhale as we lower that long leg. Exhaling as we lift it back up. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, twisting other side. Inhale, lower that leg. Exhale, lift it. Inhale, back to center. Take your time with the breathing. This is not meant to be fast.
It's meant to be controlled, very purposeful. We're going to do one more on each side. And let's stretch it out. Legs long, arms reach overhead. Big stretch, big release for those abs. Okay, we're going to do our roll up from here, so stretched out nice and long. We're going to take our inhale while we stretch, and we're going to exhale as we come up, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, stretching, reaching forward. Exhaling, rolling down, one vertebrae at a time. Smooth and slow, no momentum. We're going to do two more like this, and then we're going to do that variation of the roll up that I showed you all last week. So we're going to add a one leg lift in with this roll up, our little variation. So as we pull the arms up, we're going to lift the right leg. We're going to be here up tall. We're going to lower that leg. We're going to lift it back up, and we're going to roll back down nice and slow. And then we'll switch to the left leg. Exhaling up, we're going to lower, lift, and release back down nice and slow. Let's do one more on each side. All right, let's go ahead and Bend those knees, and we'll get ready for a little work with bridge. So let's go ahead and start with a fist size in between those knees, arms long by our sides, and we'll roll it up to the top for our good bridge. So lifting the hips, squeezing those glutes, find your good breathing. Okay, we're going to add a little movement, a little hip dancing. So we're going to pop the right hip up and then pop the left hip up. Little side to side. Last 4 here. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze it back up in the center. Good breathing. All right, a little change. Something a little different. It's going to hit us maybe a tiny bit more in the hamstring. We're going to walk our feet out a little bit more. So you can go step one foot out and then the other to meet it. But we still want to squeeze those glutes, really squeezing the back of the leg. Breathing. And we're going to take one more step out. One foot and then the other. Really staying squeezed. See how high away from your mat you can keep the glutes. And now back in. And then back in all the way where we started. Squeezing back up nice and high. All right, so let's kind of walk that. We're going to go out, 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 in, out, 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 in. So keep the glutes really active the whole time. Don't let go of the glutes. Don't sink closer to your mat. Try to stay squeezed up. One more time. And back up nice and high where we started. And now we're going to inhale as we tip down, but don't touch. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last 4, 3, 2, and we're going to hold the last one at the top. Let's lower all the way down, and you can hug those knees in nice and close. And we'll circle those knees out and around. And reverse, other direction. Okay, time to get ready for some tapping. So we'll start with an abdominal vacuum. We're going to take those arms reaching overhead. We're going to roll it up into our bridge. We're going to take a nice big inhale here at the top. And we're going to exhale one vertebrae at a time, making sure we really press that low back into the mat as we're exhaling. Arms come back over. Should feel nice and scooped in, zipped in here. We're going to try to hold that good vacuum, that good scoop. We're going to bring one leg up and then the other. We're going to start with toes pointed, super straight legs, no knees here. Every time you tap, you want to go back to the straightest leg you can. So let's tap for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to flex those feet, pressing those heels up, squeeze really straight legs. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go back to pointed toes. Really squeeze these legs here. Keep them straight. Keep them active. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's flex them again. Drive those heels up. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more of each. Back to pointed toes. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, squeeze, 3, 2, 1. Flex those feet, squeeze those legs. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go back to pointed toes, the straightest legs you've got here, and we're going to cross one foot in front of the other. Abs pulled in, check on those abs. Let's switch these feet for 5, 4, 3, 2, and we'll hold the last one. We're going to take a super quick little rest, bend the knees, and then drive those legs back up there as straight as you can. No knees. Let's switch for 5, 4, 3, 2, holding the last one. Quick rest. Right back up. Straightest legs you can hold. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, holding the last one. Quick rest. One more time. Back up. Squeeze. Really feel the fire here. Squeeze them so hard. Let's switch for 5, 4, 3, 2, holding the last one, and release. Rest it down. Couple of nice deep breaths. We're going to go back to that abdominal vacuum, and we're going to do those tappings one more time. Arms reach overhead. Roll it up into your good bridge. Big inhale here. Exhaling down. Arms come back over. Feel the scoop. Try to keep this all pulled in as we bring one leg up really straight. And then the other follows, keeping those abs pulled in. And we're going to tap for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex those feet. Drive the heels up, squeeze those legs. This second set is when you should start feeling the fire. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Back to pointed toes, really squeeze those legs. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Flex them again, squeeze those legs. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. One more of each. Let's point those toes, abs pulled in. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time, flex them. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to pointed toes. This is where you want to feel the heat, the burn. Squeeze is like so hard here. And keep them as straight as you can. We're going to cross one foot in front of the other. Squeeze it, straight legs. Let's switch for 5, 4, 3, 2, holding the last one. Make it count. Quick little rest. Woo! Right back up there. Squeeze them. Let's switch 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one. Check on those abs, pulled in. Quick rest. Right back up there. Squeeze, straightest legs you've got. Let's switch 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one. Rest. Last time, give it your all here. Make this your best set. Switch 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one, and release. All right, let's roll onto our side so we can pull this top leg back to release the quad and the hip flexor. Let's roll to our other side. All right, let's come to all fours and get ready for some plank. We're going to start on our elbows today. So we're going to drop down. We want those elbows right underneath the shoulders. The palms of your hands can either press into each other or you can press those hands down into your mat, whatever feels best to you. So let's go ahead and take those feet back and find our strong plank. Tucking the tailbone under, pulling the belly button up toward the spine. Find that good breathing. So we're going to do one that you've all done before. And then we're going to do one that might be new. We're going to move our feet a little bit. We've done a little variation of this. Okay, so we're going to flop the feet to one side and we're going to reach up. Then we're going to take that elbow down and reach up with the other. So as we go side to side, you want to keep those hips as quiet as possible. So you don't want to be here and you don't want to lift up. We want to try to keep those hips level. Let's do one more on each side like this. And then we'll meet back in the center. And now we're going to move those feet. So we're going to take the right foot and we're going to step out. We're going to step back in. Stay on the right. Right goes out. Right comes back in. Out to the side. Back in center. Out to the side. Back in center. Let's switch left. Left foot steps out. Back in. Out and in. And back to center. Changing it up here. Right foot goes out, left foot goes out. Right foot comes in, left foot comes in. Left foot goes out, right foot goes out, left foot comes in, right foot comes in. So alternating which direction you step first each time. And then if you want, you could even speed it up a little bit. Out, out, in, out, in, in. And hold. And let's drop to those knees. Let's stretch it back. A couple of nice deep breaths. And come up slowly.
We're going to be back on our elbows.
So again, we want elbows stacked into the shoulders. Knees are going to be underneath the hips. And we're going to pick that right knee up. We're going to flex this right foot. So you've got about a 90-degree bend in that knee. And from here, we're going to try to press up, up, up. So forget the down. Don't drop it all the way down here. Go ahead and drive up. So we're trying to keep that glute squeezed the whole time. Now that belly button is pulled up toward the spine. The hips are level, so don't turn your hips. Don't drive the right hip up. Keep those hips level with each other so that we really get the glute. Feel like you're trying to put a footprint on the ceiling as you lift it up. And the next one, we're going to hold it at your top, your highest position, holding, breathing, and we're going to add a little pulse. Pulse it at the top. Back to that hold. And we'll go back and do our last 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Set that knee down. Sit back on those heels for a second. And let's bring it back down so we can do the other side. So let's lift that left knee up. Find about that 90-degree bend in that left knee. Flex the left foot. And now we're going to lift up. Drive it up. Feel like you're trying to put a footprint on the ceiling. Really squeezing that glute. So again, the abs are pulled in, so we're not arching our low back. We've got good core stability here. Good breathing. We're going to hold the next one at the very top, your highest hold you've got. Breathing, abs pulled up and in. Let's add that little pulse at the top. Little tiny pulse. Higher, 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 higher. And hold it back at the top, your highest lift. And now we're going to do our last set of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All the way down. Sit back on those heels for that little release and stretch. Walk it on up.
All right, we've got a couple minutes left. So we're going to finish with a couple Pilates push-ups. I know they're everybody's favorite. So we're going to come up to standing. All right, so let's inhale and sweep those arms up. Let's exhale as we fold down. Come down with a nice flat back. We're going to reach those hands down. We're going to walk out into a plank.
You can stay up high or you can drop to the knees here. Either way, we're going to do a tricep push-up. So those hands are stacked under the shoulders. You're going to lower down. You're going to press up. And then we're going to return to downward facing dog. And then we'll walk those hands back in. And we're back where we started. Swan diving down. Let's walk it out. Find your good plank. You can put those knees down if you want. Find your good down dog, tip that tailbone up high, and then walk those hands back in. Okay, so that was 3. Let's do 3 more and we'll be done. Let's do 2 more. Just 1 more. Back down to seated. Let's cross one foot in front of the other. We did quite a bit of good glute work today, so we're going to give one more stretch to those hips and glutes. Let's walk those hands out. Let's walk those hands back in and switch those feet. Same thing. Let's walk it back in. Let's sit up nice and tall. A great big inhale as we bring it up. And a great big exhale. Good work. Have a great weekend. I'm off to Atlanta for the weekend, so I've recorded these a little earlier than I normally do. Hope you're all well, and we'll see you next week.